Good morning, rise and shine, Hope Hub. I hope you guys are having a terrific Thursday wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good night, good evening. So today on the Hope Hub, it's Thoughtful Thursday, and I have a really busy day today. I'm actually sitting in the parking lot at the Walmart. And so since we focus on thoughtfulness today and mindfulness and share things that we are thinking about, I'm going to share what I'm thinking about today. And that is go out and make things happen. Stop waiting for things to happen to you, but instead make happen to things, right? So as you scroll down your social media feed, you'll notice people going out and taking actions in their lives. And that's part of the benefit of social media, is that when you're scrolling down your news feed, you get to live vicariously through other people. Because like today when I was scrolling down already, since the weather is changing, it's spring, people are going to the beaches, and so you get to see people at the ocean. Then you're scrolling down, and since I have friends from around the globe, I don't know how that happened, but I have friends in Australia, I have friends in Europe. I'm seeing people riding gondolas in Italy. I'm seeing people in Asia. I'm seeing people in Europe, in the UK, living their lives and, living their day-to-day lives in terms of graduations, kids graduating, them going to work, just the day-to-day mundane things that people do in order to have a paycheck. But also through my newsfeed, I'm living other people's lives vicariously, and I start looking and I'm seeing someone at Niagara Falls. I see someone in Florida at Walt Disney World. I see people climbing mountains, things that I've always wanted to do, running marathons, and just based on your friends and their newsfeed and what they tend to share, you can live vicariously all day through other people. But what I'm saying to you today is go out and make things happen, or happen to things. Stop waiting for life to happen to you and go out and make things happen, right? Take action. So most of us in the world, we have achievements, right? Sometimes I tend to look at myself and I'm like, what have I achieved? I really haven't achieved anything. But really, you have achieved. If you have children, you've achieved the fact that you have children. You've achieved the fact that you're raising your children successfully, right? So that's something you can count towards your achievements and something to be proud about. You're in relationships, so if you're able to maintain those relationships or forge a relationship, that's an achievement. So that's part of what I'm doing today on this Thoughtful Thursday, is I'm checking off those things that I can count and say, wow, this, even though I can look on my newsfeed and I'm like, oh my God, I have envy in terms of all the things people are doing out in the world, I too have achieved something that someone else can look at and say, okay, if she can do it, I can do it as well. So note to self, this Thoughtful Thursday, go make things happen. And if you're struggling with that, first and foremost, look at what it is you have achieved. Give yourself a big kudos for having done that. Secondly, start deciding to do things. I know it's hard to decide to do things, but start practicing decisiveness. For example, yesterday I went out to a restaurant, and usually I'll sit there and look at the menu for hours before I make a decision. Not hours, but I'll be looking and looking and looking before I finally make a decision. But, I've started to just tell myself I'm going to look at 3 things and make a decision out of those 3 and shut the menu and not look at it again. And that actually is helping me become more decisive. Or in terms of when an opportunity is presented to me, any kind of opportunity, I just decide I'm going to be decisive and make a decision and not analyze it for hours and days before I make a decision, right? So you stop using so much brain power and fuel on making little mundane decisions. Have you all seen like Mark Zuckerberg? Mark Zuckerberg, he wears pretty much the same thing every day. And part of his reasoning that he wears jeans and a t-shirt every single day, like just jeans and the same color t-shirt almost every day, is because he has so many other decisions to make that are more important than what it is he's wearing. And so he just decides, look, I'm not going to waste my time making this decision, thinking about, should I wear this suit, should I wear this color tie, this color shirt, this blah blah blah. Already he's made the decision way ahead of time by just buying the same wardrobe and just wearing the same thing every single day. And there are a lot of people who are titans in industry, business entrepreneurs that have that mindset. I think even what's his name, the guy from Apple, the founder of Apple, same thing. He would wear the turtleneck and the jeans, and that's it. That was his wardrobe every single day, because then he didn't have to make a decision in that sense, right? So that's one of the ways that you can start being more decisive in terms of your decisions, in terms of your achievements, in terms of becoming a doer and taking actions every single day in your life. And another way I think that works for me in terms of becoming more of an action taker is rejection, right? I don't know, I'm scared of rejection, right? So if you're scared of rejection, hi Ty, Liz, TLC, and Lucy Bauru. I'm talking about becoming a doer instead of someone who does not do anything and is just a dreamer. And decisiveness is one thing. Putting yourself in positions of making decisions, just saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and doing what it is you want to do. In the morning when I need to wake up and exercise, if I sat in bed thinking about, oh my God, I need to go out and exercise, I'll mostly, and sitting in the covers, I'll mostly tend to just decide not to do it, right? Because the more I sit in bed, the lazier I get, the warmer the covers and all that. So what I do is I lay out my clothes early in the morning and early the night before, so they're right there in a pile waiting for me. And then I in the morning when I wake up, I just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I wake up and I go put on my clothes right there and then, and I'm out. Because then if you don't give yourself that opportunity to decide otherwise, everything is done for you, then you're more likely to be successful, right? So the other thing that makes me not become a doer is fear of rejection. That's a major one, right? So how can you practice rejection? Like putting yourself in positions where you're rejected. Okay, so someone told me this. Like, she used to work in a call center, and she was selling loans to people. So every day, you know how people hate salespeople? And so she was rejected all the time. And so now in the profession that she's chosen to go to, whenever she's rejected, it doesn't really faze her, because she was in a job where every single day people would be hanging up with her 200 times. Like, she would call and they hang up, call, hang up. Do you want to buy this loan? Hang up. Do you want to buy this loan? Get the hell out of here. So people would be constantly rejecting her. So she's like, because of that practice of being rejected, she's become awesome in terms of sales and in terms of just whatever business and entrepreneurship and places where jobs where she's rejected, because it doesn't faze her anymore. She's rejected all the time. So where can you practice rejection? I'm like, sometimes just if you're wanting to become more of a doer, put yourself in positions where you're rejected, and already you're telling yourself, I most likely will be rejected in this position. So just keep asking and asking and asking, and just know that rejection is part of it. Failure is part of it, because no one gets ahead without resources and without others, and no one gets anything without really asking. So if you're standing there with a piece of gum, for example, and I want a piece of gum, I'm going to know you have a piece of gum if I don't ask, right? So you have to ask in order to receive. You have to ask in order to have resources. And everyone who is successful in life, who has built any kind of business or enterprise or done anything with their life, they can't do it by themselves. So you just ask, get rejected. And one day someone's gonna say yes. So anyway, my whole thing for today on Thoughtful Thursday is become a doer. Go out and take risks. go out and impact the world. Go do what it is that is calling to you, to your soul to do, and just realize that you're gonna be fearful. Realize that everyone has to ask in order to receive. Everyone needs the people around them. Everyone needs partnerships, and just make happen to life. Stop waiting for life to happen to you. If you just sit back, wait for people to do things for you, or kind of opportunities, nah, that's not gonna happen. You have to put yourself out there, be vulnerable, talk to people, engage with people, ask for resources, whatever you need to do in order to be successful. But also, I don't mean that I guess what I was gonna say is that I am going to emphasize that all of us have things to be proud about. Everyone in this life, you have achieved something, no matter how small. And if you're sitting in a small space, in a small place where you're saying, you know, look at my news feed, look at all these people in Florida, in California, in all areas of the world doing amazing things, and this person's building this business, this one has started this platform, this one, their child has graduated from college, this person just got their nursing license and their nurse practitioner license. That's the nature of social media right now. It's a news feed of people sharing all the positive things in their life, and you can live vicariously through them. Just be careful about feeling less than because most people share only the good stuff, right? They only share for the most part, most people share the positive things going on in their life, but you're not in their shoes. You don't know what their struggle, you don't know what's happening in other parts of their lives. Be appreciative of what it is you have today. Be appreciative of what you have in your circumstances, because you never know what's going on in someone else's story. Someone had told me, if all of us were in a football field in Kasarani Stadium and we were told to all go in the middle of the field and put our problems right smack in the middle of the field, all of us would end up going back. If you're told to pick up your problem or somebody else's problem, you'll end up picking up your own and just walking away, because everybody got stuff, everybody got issues. So let me leave you with a quote by Leonardo da Vinci, and he says, "It had long come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things." So go out and happen to something. Take action on your dreams. Take action on your visions. Stop being a dreamer and be a doer, an action taker on this Thoughtful Thursday. God bless you all. Enjoy this day. This is a gorgeous day, and I'm about to go do my little shopping here at Walmart. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bless you. Bye. Blessings. Peace.